What's up, Prince Squad? I am back with another video. My bad, I'm back with a live stream. I guess that is another video though. And I'm sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. I had to stream from the house today. It was raining pretty bad outside, so I didn't really want to get out in the weather. So I'm at home today. So I'm here to answer your questions and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about today. What's up, Gina? How you doing? Yeah, I'm streaming from home today because it was storming pretty bad outside earlier, and I didn't really want to get out in that weather. How you doing, Cheryl? What's up, Terrence? Thank you. Thank you, Gina. I just got done doing it not too long ago. It always takes me a long time to do my hair because I'm not that good at it. How you doing, Lou? What's up, Crystal? So what do you guys got up today? I have one of the boys here. My oldest son is here, and my other son is at his grandmother's. I have to go pick him up in a little bit. Yeah, it's growing pretty good, Crystal. It's I don't know, it's pretty long in a few places. I haven't really been taking care of it the way I should though. How you doing, Prince and Moore? Yeah, that's probably. Look, Terrence, you can probably tell my lips shining because I got at home. I have a light, and you can probably see better. But at the shop, it's just the regular lights that they have over there. Thanks, Cherise. Thank you for watching. Sam Rose said, "What's up? Finishing up some shirts. What part of Texas are you in?" I'm not far from Texas myself. How you doing, Janiska? Janiska Cruz. Terrence said, "I have the most problem of getting motivated. I have everything that I need with vinyl and plastisol transfers, but I feel like something is missing." Um, you have a vinyl cutter. Let me see. You have everything you need to get started. Do you need like some ideas or something like that? Well, the first thing that you could do is possibly make some T-shirts telling people what you do. Like I don't know if you have done all your paperwork and got your business registered or whatever, but you can do something like that. Or if it's a team that you like, you can make a T-shirt for that team, or something like that, just to advertise and let people see what you can do. And after a while, you won't have to be motivated because people will be making orders, and you either have to do it or tell them you can't do it or whatever. But when there's money involved, a lot of times that motivates people. All right, Janeska, glad to have you here. Welcome to the Print Squad. Crystal said, "What are some ideas for back to school?" One of the things that I do every year is spirit shirts, like especially once football season starts, because we have a pretty good football team. But this may be the last year that we have this team that we have, because we have like our best player is leaving. He's supposed to be going to UCLA, but that's one of the things you can do, like teacher shirts. Let me see what else. But pretty much like the spirit shirts, the teacher shirts. Parent shirts, if they have kids that play sports, they always love that. Cheer shirts for the cheerleaders. Okay, Sam is in El Paso. What's up, Scooby Doo? Yeah, with something like that, Terrence. You say you had knee surgery. You may have to kind of rehab your knee. But what you can do, if you can get started doing some designs and having them ready, so that once you get to moving around a little bit better, then you'll have your designs already done, and all you have to do is like cut them out or do whatever you need to do to print you a few shirts up. And Sam says you gotta love what you do to be motivated. Well, Terrence, if you just starting out, I mean, it's good once you start getting a lot of customers. I would say then that's when you want to register for sure. But if you're just kind of getting started, I don't feel like it's anything wrong with go ahead and just kind of doing a few little shirts here and there. And that's the way I did, and I'm pretty sure most people on here, like, unless you see that you're gonna be, making money from whatever it is, whatever type of business you're starting, most people will kind of start it, and then they'll, once they see that it's gonna work, they'll go ahead and legitimize it. But it's understandable that you don't want to go ahead and start it right now. You kind of get your designs and everything ready. Sharice Evans says, "Do you have any problems using the university logo?" To be honest with you, we're not supposed to use those logos, but like if you're just making a shirt, just for you to show people that you can print shirts, I don't see anything wrong with it. But then the thing when it comes to like copyrighted stuff, the the thing with that, they're usually going to send you a cease and desist, and then if you don't stop, that's when it's going to be a problem. So as long as you like making a shirt just for you or something like that. But if you start selling a whole bunch of shirts and advertising online and stuff like that, then you people may have a problem with it. Terrence, Scooby Doo said, "Don't make that an excuse. I'm a paraplegic with a full shop and one employee, me. So don't stop doing everything just because of your knee, because eventually it's gonna be healed up. And right now you can be working on your designs at least, and maybe trying it out a little bit." What's up, Wealthy Entertainment? I'm glad to be an inspiration for you. What type of printing are you doing right now, Wealthy Entertainment? Are you just you starting out with vinyl, or have you started with screen printing? And Terrence Lou said you can use your downtime to think of ideas for shirts. Watch some videos about shirts, make flyers, stuff like that. This is a good time to think about what you want to do with your business. And she also said to stay positive. What's up, Z5 Graphics? I think you just followed me on Instagram. I think I followed you back. Let me double check and make sure. Yep, that sounds right. The only thing that's holding you back is you, Terrence. What's up, Terrence? Oh, my bad. What's up, Music Share? That's Music Share. Might have to give me some glasses. I'm not seeing as well as I should be. I'm getting kind of old. Janeska Cruz says t-shirt vinyl is not cheap. I'm new. Can anybody tell me where I can find? Um, I order from Stalls a lot. I like their Econo print, and that's a pretty low price for that. And I also use it's some eBay vinyl that I use. You can actually I have a video, and I think the name of the video is eBay vinyl or something like that. But that's the cheapest price I could find for vinyl. So if you could check that out. And I haven't had any problems with the vinyl. Sam Rose says I was watching one of your videos when you were having trouble. The emulsion was cracking and falling apart on the screens. What did you find to figure out was the cause of it? What I believe the problem is I didn't degrease the screen properly. That's what I think it was, and I had issues with that. And then after that, I don't know if you watched the next video or the video. If it's been a while since I posted that video, so you may not know which video is the video after that. But you can check it by the dates, or actually you can go back. Like if you go to my YouTube page, the videos will be in reverse order. Like the last one I did will be at the top, but the thing that I think it was is I didn't degrease it properly. Sometimes I have a few issues, and sometimes I don't figure out the exact reason. But then the issue will be fixed. But I believe that's what it was. What's up, Music Share? You're welcome, Janeska. What's up, Gilbert? Not much. Just I'm live streaming from home today because it was storming pretty good out there earlier, and I didn't want to leave the house. What's up, Bella J? Gilbert said, "What emulsion do I use? I use the Ulano QX1 emulsion." Sheila Kufi says she's seen one of my videos where I cover up a piece of vinyl and put another color on top. Do I do that instead of layering? It? A lot of times I'll do that so that I can line it up easier. Like it does use up a little bit more vinyl, but to me it's not enough to cause me to lose any money. But the reason I do that is like when it's different things or different colors or whatever in the design, to me it's easier to do that instead of having to try to line it up perfectly, especially like if you have text. One person was telling me they wish they would have saw that video a while back because they was doing a design where each letter was a different color, and when you have stuff like that, you need to line it up perfectly or the letters will look off, if they're not lined up perfectly. So, it's just a way to line up easier and take less time. And you don't have to do that because some designs, things don't have to be lined up perfect. But I just find it easier and it takes less time than trying to, place it once you've printed it. All right, Sam, thank you for subscribing. I do at least 2 videos a week usually. Sometimes I do more, just depending on how busy I am and if I have enough. So I post. Sometimes it's Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Wednesday, or it pretty much any day. But I try to do as many videos as I can each week. I have quite a few videos that I need to get edited. So just stay tuned. And if you have any requests, y'all can let me know what they are, and I'll try to get to those. I already have a lot of them that are kind of in process. I have one I need to edit that I'm going to try to get it edited tonight, but it's going to be kind of long. So if I don't get it done tonight, it'll be the second video for this week. Jimmy Johnson says, I want to get a press like yours. Do you like it? Yes, I do like it. It's the Hicks 15 by 15 Econo press, and it doesn't have a timer or anything on it. It has the rotary temperature gauge on it, but I've had it since I started, and I started printing shirts around 2007, 2008-ish, somewhere off in there, and I've had it, and haven't had any issues with it. And they also have a 16 by 20 version of that press. And it's one of the cheapest presses that you can find that's got a lifetime warranty on the heater and made by a good and trusted brand. Scooby-Doo says, why has my 24-year-old nephew moved in with me? Why? LOL. You let him. You had to let him move in. I'm glad to inspire you, Music Share. I do have if you just want to go ahead and get started right away, I do have a video for a $500. You can start for $500 or less, and that can kind of get you started. But if you can, I would recommend buying a better press, one that is going to last you probably forever. Because I haven't had any problems like the Hicks press that I have. But the $500 options, if you watch that video, you can get additional warranty and stuff like that on your press. So that that may be something for someone who is looking to get started and they don't have a lot of money to spend, but they want to go ahead and get started. Because once you get started, you can make money and save up that money so that you can upgrade your equipment. How you doing, Tish? She said, I started doing vinyl t-shirts. Do you have a system on what size to make your designs for adults and kids? Pretty much I stick with a design of like 11 and a half inches wide, and it depends on the design as for how tall it would be or what the length of it would be. But when you come to like infant size shirts and like extra small, like some of the smaller shirts, I have a tape measure that I usually use, and I'll like measure the shirt. And you don't want it to be like, you see how the seams, I don't know if you can see on this video, but the seams of the shirt, you don't want it to be right up on the seams because as you see, when I have my arms down, you can't really see the seam. So kind of like how this shirt is that I have on, you want it to be where even with your arms down, you can see the picture or see the design on there. So, that you can, and I don't just have all of this written down, but I pretty much stick with the 11 and a half. But then when I have bigger shirts, like the 2X and up shirts, I'll do like 12 inches wide or something like that, or bigger if they're requesting bigger. Because some of the people that want the wear the bigger shirts, like depending on if I'm using the 15 or the 20-inch vinyl, then you could probably do it maybe 13 inches wide on some of the sizes, and it'll look fine. But basically, what I do is with the vinyl, I kind of measure it and pretty much stick with for the adult shirts and most of the youth shirts, except for like the smaller ones. I pretty much stick with 11 and a half width, and I kind of make the design in proportion to that. And hopefully that'll kind of help you out with that. Excave says, "What's the best way to keep a 200 mesh from clogging? Are you doing um water based or plastisol printing?" I haven't really had any issues with it clogging, but you could get some screen opener, and maybe that'll help you out. And also with the 200 mesh, you like sometimes if you're using thicker inks, which I haven't had this problem because if I'm using thicker inks, I usually use a lower mesh count. But that could be something right there. Let me see. What's up, Jason J. So? Ellen Air says, "Where do you get the clip art that you use for your designs?" I usually Google it and kind of manipulate it to what I need. But some places, like when you're Googling it, it's some places they also sell clip art that you can purchase from. And like a good thing to do is instead of just downloading clip art just for what you need it for, sometimes when you don't have a lot going on, you can go through and download different clip arts and keep it in folders, and that way you'll have it for different orders that you get. Okay. Crystal Leggett says, "I'm trying to find some new ideas for high school senior shirts." Let me see. I haven't really done a lot of senior shirts. I have done like when I have had people to come in and ask for senior shirts, I have done them, but I haven't really just done a lot. That is something that a lot of people would be wanting though. Um, all I can tell you about that is if you kind of Google it, and you can probably get some ideas. Cause the thing with the senior shirts, I know I did a senior shirt before that was like, what did it say? So it said something about my woes or something. I don't even remember going through the 2016 with my woes or something like that. That was last year, and I didn't really get it, but that was what they wanted on the shirt, so I just kind of put it on there. Janiska Cruz says she's already at 370 and she need a heat press. Should she get the 15 by 15? I wouldn't go smaller than 15 by 15. If you get a smaller press, it's gonna be real hard working with it. But if you can afford a bigger press, I would say get the 16 by 20. But the 15 by 15, that's the size I have, and it pretty much does everything I needed to do. I do have a few guys that come in and they want like the oversized prints and stuff like that. But I do have a video showing you how to print oversized prints if you have a smaller press. So that that's the I wouldn't recommend getting anything smaller than a 15 by 15. Yeah, Scooby Doo said the same thing. If you can afford it, I would get the 16 by 20. Yeah, because with the 16 by 20, like with the oversized prints and stuff like that, you won't have any problems with it. But I mean, if you can't afford it, the 15 by 15, that's a decent size, and most jobs will be easy to do. One thing that I do notice with the 15 by 15 press, like when I'm doing like jerseys and stuff like that, you know, I wish I had the bigger press sometimes. But hey, if all you can get is a 15 by 15, it can do the job. You're welcome, Tish. Janiska Cruz says the 15 by 15 is 140. How much is the 16 by 20? I'm not exactly sure. Um, I know when I did the video, I pretty much just was like for somebody looking for the basics. So I did a 15 by 15 press because that's the smallest that I would recommend, and I just kind of went with that. But you can kind of Google it a little bit and kind of look around and see what you can find. But I would try to make sure to order from a company like with that press. You don't want to have to pay to ship it back if it's any issues with it. So I would try to order from a company that at least give you a certain number of days. Like that's why I did that on Amazon because with Amazon you have 30 days to send it back if you order like one of the Prime presses. And then a lot of those companies on there they also offer additional warranty and stuff like that. Gina says she got hers from Heat Press Nation and she got a bundle package. And that's sometimes cheaper, when if you bundle it up, they'll give you, slight discounts for getting certain things at once. Let me see. Terrence Cruz said, "What's the best way to get uh, to put your neck labels in T-shirts, screen printing, plastisol transfers? If you have the plastisol transfers, probably if you have a smaller press or like a cap press, that would be pretty easy. Other than that, you probably have to flip your shirts inside out. If you flip it inside out, you could print it, but it'll probably be a whole lot easier if you have like a smaller press or a hat press or something like that. Scooby-Doo said, my customer said that two of the shirts I screen printed for him, the white washed out, but when I washed several of them, none of the white washed out. What happened? He was not mad. We laughed. I am not sure, Scoob. Sometimes depending on like when you were those the ones that was put in there? Whoa, my bad. Sometimes when you put your shirts into the conveyor dryer, if you put them in there too early, some of them may not have time to cure properly. You also want to do a test run through the conveyor dryer and using like a heat gun or something to make sure that everything is at the right temperature. And my light is over here tripping. Let me see. Maybe it's trying to go out or something. I'm gonna have to buy another bulb. I'm not sure. That could have been what it was, or possibly. Let me turn my ringer off because I don't want nobody else to text. Oh. Okay, let me see. And I'm sorry, I was up here reading a text message. Let me get back to what I'm supposed to be doing. But Scooby Doo, the white a lot of times is thicker too. So that's you have to kind of double check when you print with the white ink. Uh, Janiska, Lou Richards want to know where you getting that 15 by 15 press set for 140. You know what, Bella J? I had started working on that video for the mesh count. I actually kind of wrote out me a what do you call those things? Oh, I hate when I have a loss for words like this. I wrote out everything for it. I can't think of the word the word I'm looking for, but I kind of wrote everything out so that I could do a video on that. So I will be doing one pretty soon. Oh, she got it from eBay. My bad. She already had answered the question. Let me see. Jason Jaso said he got a 16 by 20. It's faster workflow for him. And I mean, if you can afford the 16 by 20, I would say get it. Because at times I do have to kind of improvise to print things with the 15 by 15. I mean, it's not very often, but occasionally I do. Yeah, Scooby Doo, you are spoiled. The Hotronix Air Fusion. Somebody's out there with four wheelers. I live in the country, so when it rains, everybody want to go mud riding and stuff. I don't know if y'all can hear that. And Gina said a good 16 by 20 is around 550. Let me see. Jason said if I could only buy one printer, which would I choose and why? Um, I don't know. Like if you're talking about a screen printer or whatever, I guess I would get the. I don't know what brand I would get. I mean I like my Vastex press. It's okay, but it's like just a basic press, and they do have the V2000. But the only thing with Vastec is I didn't like the customer service, so I probably won't buy another Vastec press. But if I did get another press, I would want it to be a 6 station, 6 color, or as many colors as I can get. And I right now I don't know of another brand that I would get because I haven't really been looking into getting anything else. How you doing? Is it Nalaja Estates? I am not sure if you can layer vinyl with foil. If anybody on here can answer that question, because I never really used foil. I've used the metallic vinyl before, but I haven't used the foil. If anybody on here can answer that question, would y'all answer it? Thanks, Jason J. So, hey Scooby Doo, where's the other Jason at? Where's your Jason at today? He must be busy. Yeah, I don't have a problem with your English, Janiska. I think I'm understanding unless I'm giving you the wrong answers, but I'm not having a problem reading what you're typing. You're welcome, Scoob. You're welcome, Janeska. Oh, go on. It keeps scrolling up when I'm not done reading. And I do have the design for the print squad shirts I was telling y'all about on the last stream, but I haven't had a chance. This was a pretty busy week for me. I haven't had a chance to do everything, but I should be getting the videos and stuff out for that this week so y'all can check everything out. Oh, Jason says sorry. I mentioned inkjet when I asked for your choice of printer. The printers that I have are fine with me. I, the only I don't know if I had a choice. I don't know. I guess I'm thinking about getting another printer, and it's one of the printers that can print on vinyl. You know, like they have they have the BN20 something like that, but because my vinyl cutter can cut out designs, I was thinking about just getting the printer, and I actually purchased a printer that I thought I could use for that, and I wasn't able. I don't know. I guess I misread or something or misunderstood, but I wasn't able to print on the vinyl. And that's that big printer that I have at my shop. I mean, I can still use it for different things. I don't use it much, but that was like $1,500. That's kind of just sitting there because I don't use it much because it wasn't able to do what I needed it to. And then the company that I purchased it from, they was like they don't accept printers back. So I kind of was upset about that at the time. But I mean, there's other things that I can use it for. Imagination Apparel said I would recommend a Raynor or M&R printers. M&R because it's easy to grow into an automatic press. That's something I'll keep in mind right there because eventually I will be moving away from the press that I have. But right now it pretty much does what I need it to, so I'm not looking to do anything right now. Crystal Leggett said if you layer foil on top of HTV, it leaves little specks of foil in the HTV image. So that may not be a good idea. Let me see. What's up, token Scottish guy? You said, what's the best method to place a photo on a shirt that will last a good few washes? If you, depending on the color of your shirt and the type of printing that you're doing, if you're doing sublimation, sublimation will last pretty much forever. If you're into that, the heat transfers, they're eventually going to wash out. The best heat transfer I ever used was the Jet Pro Soft Stretch, but the thing with that is you can only use it on light color shirts. But it has a real soft hand and it feels basically like the shirt, and it lasts for a long time. But if you do use transfers, if you recommend to your customers that they don't dry the shirts, like if you wash it, just hang it out to dry, they will last longer, but they will eventually wash out. And Lou Richard says, I believe you can use the foil with the vinyl, but not on top of it. Check out Star's videos. They have a lot of tutorials using foil. You're welcome, Nalasia. I think that's if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And Hannah said you can put more than one color of foil across any design. Gina Gill says Heat Press Nation Black Series 16 by 20 auto open high pressure heat press machine is $579.95. So for $580, you can get that auto open 16 by 20. Yeah, I like that print squad. I had a lot of people saying they liked that, Crystal. I got some a design that I'm gonna do a video and I'll kind of show it to you guys. And it's a couple other things I'm doing with that also. So y'all just stay tuned. I just haven't had a chance to do everything. What's up, Rom76? Thank you for watching. And the printer that I use for my film is the HP K8600. I don't know why my nose is itching. My nose is itching today. The HP K8600 is the printer that I use. And it's an inkjet printer. And it's actually discontinued. It's an older printer. I've had that for many years and haven't had any problems with it. I actually have a video of all the printers. I think it's called printers for screen printers or something like that. But they'll tell you all the printers I use and what I use them for. Terry Portfield says, is there a company that can print my designs onto heat transfer paper for me because I don't have a screen print machine yet? They have companies that do that. Transfer Express. It's a few other ones. I have never really dealt with any of the companies, so if anybody's on here can kind of chime in and help Terry out a little bit. Hannah said, I'm ready to order my squad shirt. I'll have everything ready this week, and I'll do the video. I'm giving myself a deadline of Wednesday. And I don't know where Jason Inns is at today. Where's your boy at, Scooby Doo? Where your boy at today? Or y'all done broke up or something? He didn't want to come on here because you done broke his heart. Yeah, the squad shirt that they talking about is the print squad shirt. Well, what you done did with him, Scoob? She done broke his heart and stuff, and now he don't even want to come on the live stream. Hannah said, "What colors was I thinking?" It'll probably be in a few different colors. I have the design. The design is actually a one color design. I was kind of just doing something simple, and actually that same night that I came up with the squad, I came up with the design, but I just haven't had a chance to do it. But I will be doing some different designs. But right now I just have that one, the one design, and I was just gonna see if people liked it and see how it went. And Lou, this was for Terry from Lou. She said if you meant if you mean heat transfer paper, you can print that yourself with a laser or inkjet printer, depending on what you're trying to do. Because she said screen printing, I kind of was thinking she was, talking about the other transfers, but yeah, you can do that yourself. Rum76 says, "What type of film do I use and where can I get it from?" The film, it's a couple of kinds that I have used. One is you can get it from Fixons or you can get it from Amazon. I have links to a lot of the stuff like below my videos. You can get it from Fixons. It's the Fixons. I guess that's the brand of it or the company that makes it. And they also have the CIS. But if you check some of my videos, it should be below, links should be below there. What's up, being true to me? All right, Scooby Doo. I hope y'all like it. What's up, Smooth Girl? All right, Sam. Go ahead and fire that grill up. All right, Smooth. Scooby Doo, getting on to you. Yes, Jan's experience. How you doing? Yes, I do screen print for customers. And if you're talking about you say what is the cost? Are you talking about what I charge, or are you talking about how much it costs me to do it? It kind of, if you're talking about the price that I charge the customer, it kind of depends on their design and how many shirts they're ordering and stuff like that. You know, and the cost, it depends. If you're talking about the cost for how much it costs to screen print, it depends. It's different methods of screen printing, and you can oh, you said, do I screen print photos? I'm sorry. Thanks, Scooby Doo. I can't read. I need help. You said, do I screen print photos? No, I have not screen printed photos. I use the transfers, but you can screen print photos. You have to do the what do you call it? The process printing, and you can screen print photos. It's a little bit of a learning curve to do that, and you have to have good photos. You can't just use any photos that somebody take from a cell phone. You got to have good photos to do that, because you have to turn it into like halftone images and stuff like that. And for the customer, that would be pretty expensive because you have to use at least 4 screens, maybe 5 if you're printing on dark colors, because you'll have to do an underbase. And school still ain't trying to tell us where Jason is. But that's all right. I'm gonna go on here after this live. I'm gonna message him on here so I can try to see what's going on. You welcome Jan's experience. Oh, he's resting. My bad, my bad. I wonder why he's so tired. He must have had a lot of shirts to do or something. Janeska Cruz says, "How much can I sell a vinyl press shirt? I'm new, don't know a lot." Then that's one of the videos a lot of people have asked about. I need to really go ahead and get that one done. But it's like with the pricing, it's a lot of different things that goes into the pricing, and I'm gonna just kind of give you, I guess, my pricing for basic, just a basic Gildan 5,000 t-shirt, but your price may be different depending on what type of t-shirt you're printing on, and the different types of vinyl. So like if I have a customer that comes in and they want like a name on the shirt, like something that's gonna be maybe no more than about 2 inches tall or so, then I either that, like a name, or like a little pocket logo. The shirts will start at $15, and that's including the shirt, with that one print on it. If they want multicolors, depending on how big the multicolor is, you can charge $5 for like a small extra print, like a different extra colors or extra prints. And when I'm talking, I'm gonna be using prints and colors. They're gonna be kind of interchangeably, because depending on their design or whatever. So if you say that you have a name that's going across, but they want a different color letter in each name, for each different color, I would charge $5 for each different letter. But then, if they want a full front print, then that would be a $20 shirt if it's just one color, and $5 for each additional color into that full size shirt. If they want a full front and a full back, then that'll be 25, 25. That'll be 30, because it'll be 20, and then it'll be 10 for the full back. So I mean, it's a lot that goes into that, and hopefully what I'm telling you is kind of helpful to you. But I do need to go ahead and get on that video, and it just depends on the design and how many colors they want and different stuff like that. Here, I'll redo your email for you, Scooby Doo. Maybe they'll let me post it for you. All right, that's Scooby Doo's email address that I just posted right there. Yeah, that you can make a lot printing t-shirts. T-shirt printing is really a $1 billion industry. You just gotta, find your customers, find the people that you need to target, and that will kind of depend on your location and different things. And like one of the easiest things to do, if you have a sports team that's a good sports team, a lot of people want the shirts to support their team, and that's kind of what blew me up a little bit is the spirit shirts. Then you have like at our school or the schools around here, at my kids' school, they can wear spirit shirts on Fridays. So, I kind of cater to that. The spirit shirt during school, that's like one of my biggest sellers. And then you can make the hoodies, the t-shirts, towels, different things like that. Yeah, that your church is a good thing to start off with, and not just your church, some of the other churches in your area. But one thing I found, and I haven't had this problem with every church, but with my church, I have had issues where it was like they expecting deals all the time, and then I don't really do shirts for my church because I've had issues with them in the past, and when I go to church, I like to be at peace and be able to receive the word without feeling some type of way. So I don't print for my church, but that is a good way to get started. Gina said, "Is it easy to add all the extras on your videos like the subscribe and other links?" Um, it's not hard. And see, I started off video editing before I was doing t-shirt printing. So I use Sony Vegas Pro 12, and I'm pretty good with it. Pretty much anything I see somebody do in a video, I can do it. And that was one of the ways that when I first started video editing, like I would watch music videos and whatever they did, I would try to do it, and I would keep working at it until I figured it out. But yeah, that was what I used to do. I used to film for like some of the churches and stuff, and like film local things that was going on. I filmed a few weddings, and I filmed a couple of music videos. Just pretty much anything, anything that people would want to see. You welcome, Scooby Doo. And I mean, it's not hard to do, to add it on there. And if you're interested in learning how to do some stuff, I can try to help you. I got like two other YouTube pages that I haven't really did much with, but if people are interested in learning video editing, I wouldn't mind, doing some of that too, like teaching people how to do video editing. And I do have more tutorials on the way. I finally got a screen capture program that works for me. What's up, Gustavo? Okay, looking to start screen printing in an extra bedroom in my apartment. Would air purifier help with the fumes? Also, is Vastex like the one I have a good one to start with? I like to buy good equipment to start. That Vastex printer that I have, it's just the basic printer. I mean, it's okay to start with. I actually started with a lesser printer than that. So I mean, pretty much, if you want to start with that, but if you want like a top of the line printer to start with it instead of the V1000, I would say the V2000 if you want to go Vastex. But somebody else on here was talking about the M&R presses are really good and to start out with. I mean, that kind of varies, but I mean the Vastex press, it's a decent press. Thanks, Janeska. You welcome. Yeah, I could understand you. It wasn't hard to understand. All right, Gina, I'll start. And look, I've been supposed to be posting on those other channels, but and the best way to contact me, because I have it on my phone, is the if you contact me at Instagram at T-shirt Chick TV, and I can try to get whatever videos you need, or kind of lead you in the right direction if you're looking for, like, learning how to do video editing. Lou said, Janeska, stay strong. When one door closes, another one opens, and this could be your door. So, so just walk in your blessing, and that's so true. And I'm telling you, the T-shirt printing, you can make a lot of money doing that. You just gotta kind of, get out there and let people know what you're doing. Get some of your work posted on social media, and have some samples for the people to check out, and go ahead and start working on your pricing list and your paperwork and everything like that. Taryn said, just learn how to use Sony Vegas 14. Yeah, I like Sony Vegas. I mean, I have other programs, but since I know that one so well, like I have Premiere, and I have, what's that other one? It's by Pinnacle. I have the one by Pinnacle I like, but it's just kind of complicated when you're making actual DVDs. So I just kind of stick with Sony Vegas, since I know how to do anything I see. I know how to do it on Sony Vegas. And I know in my videos I don't do as much, but that's because they're tutorials, and you don't really just have to get too fancy with tutorials. Scooby Doo said, getting back to the white ink, if a design that is mostly white and a small portion of it is color, and it's a four-color design, will that make the white too dry by keeping it under the flash? No, I don't. I don't think so. You need to get it, like when you print white ink. Most times, especially when you're printing on darker color shirts, you're gonna have to put more than one layer. Depending on your ink, you may have to put 2 to 3 layers on there to make it dark enough, so that you don't see the fabric showing through it, or the color of the fabric showing through it. So um, I would just say, if you worried about it, do you have a conveyor dryer, Scooby Doo? If you have a conveyor dryer, you can kind of run it through there a couple of times, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, I have had issues where, like, the corner or something like that have washed out in a shirt before, but then it didn't do it in all the shirts. So it's just like when you positioning the shirt on there, you have to make sure that everything is even. What's up? No, Smooth Girl, you didn't miss the squad shirts. I have the design. I'm gonna start I'm gonna try. I'm giving myself a goal of Wednesday to get everything up with that, so that I can show you guys where you can go if you want to buy one or whatever. But I'll be showing you guys the design on Wednesday. Hopefully, I'll have time to get everything done. But yeah, that's what I plan to the video I plan to post for Wednesday. Yep, Janeska, that's they love the parent shirt. I mean, parents love to have shirts with their kids number and stuff on them. Okay, you said there are 5 schools around you. Find out which ones have the good sports teams, like whoever got the best football or whatever team. Because I'm telling you, you can sell those shirts, especially if you have a good team. Because people always want to support a good team. And Hannah says, don't forget schools have lots of clubs like the bands and etc. Let me see. Smooth Girl says, I bought Sony Vegas but have not mastered it. I bought it because you recommended it. Well, if you have any questions about it or need to know how to do something, let me know, and I'll try to help in any way that I can. Maybe I need to do another page for video editing or working with Sony Vegas. Terrence, when it's easy, just take what you got, do whatever it is, easy. The hard part will be, getting out there and getting your customers and keeping them coming back and stuff. That's, I guess, the hardest part, since everything else is you already know how to do. So you can work on that now and creating a few designs. You're welcome, Janiska. Okay, you said you have a conveyor dryer. Yeah, like when you run it through there, if you kind of worried about it, run it through there again. And if you have a heat gun, you can test your temperature. And once you run it through and let it cool off a little bit, you can try to stretch it. And if your white doesn't crack, like when you stretch your shirt, the ink shouldn't crack. If it cracks, then that means it's not cured properly. And the only other test is washing it. But it wouldn't hurt if you run it through there a couple of times just to be safe and make sure that the ink is cured. Smooth Girl says the information that I shared about how and where to get business up and going. Am I going to post it? I haven't did it. If you're talking about registering, like registering and all the paperwork that goes into it, getting your tax ID number and all of that, I haven't done it yet. I did write that down, so that is one of the videos that I'm planning to work on soon. But if you if that's what you're talking about, but as far as just starting a t-shirt business, I have a video on that posted already. What type of mistakes have you made, Smooth Girl? Are you screen printing, or are you doing vinyl transfers, or what type of what procedure are you using to make your shirts? And you will make mistakes. The thing is to learn from your mistakes. No, I haven't, Trish. I haven't really thought about getting into the rhinestones or the flock. I don't know. I kind of do what's working. Like I hadn't been too long got into the glitter, and a lot of people been doing the glitter. That's something I need to change. I probably do need to look into that and get more into it. Gina said, guys, please enter your Facebook or IG so I can follow my t-shirt chick fam, the Print Squad. All right, if y'all want people to follow you, you can enter your information on here. Gustavo says, sorry, or smells fumes a concern working out of an apartment. Suggestions, thank you. You can get one of those. If you're worried about the fumes, um, a lot of the stuff that they make nowadays is, what do you call it? Eco-friendly. But if you're worried about the fumes, you could get a, what do you call those things? Like the mask that you wear. I can't even think of what it's called, but it's just like a mask. If you watch some of the riots and stuff on TV, they wear it to protect themselves from the from when the police release those smoke bombs or whatever. I don't know. I'm having another loss for words today. I got a lot on my mind right now, but you could get one of those masks. You could add like one of those vents like in the bathroom fan if that's possible for you. You can open the windows and have a fan to like blow the air out. But I don't really think it'll be too much of a problem. Thanks, Hannah. Terrence Cruz said, if you have to do 15 shirts, would you do vinyl? Will vinyl be faster? Would you do vi- or use vinyl as a stencil? If I had 15 shirts, I probably would just screen print them, and I would just do a regular screen, especially if they're all exactly the same. But I would charge because they don't are not meeting my minimum requirement of shirts. I would charge the vinyl price, the regular price, unless they meet my minimum requirement to screen print. Let me see. I'll post it again. Uh, Let me see if I can scroll down a little bit. I'll post your email again. That's Scooby Doo's email. I don't know exactly what a carbon air filter is, but it sounds like it could work. Okay, Nalasia State says when you're weeding vinyl, are you supposed to weed out the most black or the less layer? Because I'm having problems weeding. Um, One way you can like sometimes when you're weeding, and I learned this when I was teaching my son to weed, like what I do for him sometimes I'll print out, well, you can put it up on the screen, or you can like print it out, because I print it out for him usually, because when I have him weeding, I'm usually doing something else with my computer, so I need it. But you can look at the design and you can see what parts you need to keep and what parts you need to weed out. And I don't know if that's the problem you're having. And sometimes if your cutter is not set correctly, then it can make it hard to weed when you're trying to weed. You know, if it don't cut deep enough, or different issues with that. But the easiest way to know what to keep and what to get rid of is to look at your design, and you can kind of weed it and look at your design and see if you need to keep something. But one of the things I've learned, like just weeding, okay, once you weed the outer layer off of it, then the out I guess like the extra that you don't need, once you get to your design, the outer layer is what you would keep. Then you would skip, and then the next thing, if you understand what I'm saying, it's like it's got the outline of the design, and then it's got next to the outline, it's got like the inside color fill, or it may be a blank color if it's going to be the color of the shirt right there. And then I may be confusing you even more, but basically I guess if you just look at what your design looks like, then you will know what to keep and what to throw away. Let's see. You're welcome, Gustavo. Terrence said, "Do I have days when I say this is not going to do it anymore, or love it too much doing shirts?" Um, I like doing the t-shirts. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Really, I love video editing more than I like doing the t-shirts. And I don't know. I guess because it's just kind of me sitting there being creative, and then once I get the whole thing finished, then I can see, I can let people see it. But I don't have a problem with the print, and I have never said I wasn't gonna do it anymore. I mean, sometimes I have issues and that I have to deal with and stuff like that, but I pretty much like the idea of working for myself and not having to depend on another job. Lou Richard says, Nalasia, you may need to mirror the image before you cut it out. Terrence talking about, sorry, texting and driving. Don't try this at home. Thanks, Gina. Gustavo said, I've read that Illustrator is easier to learn than Corel. I don't know either. but I think I'll try to learn. I'm not good at Illustrator myself. I do everything in Photoshop, and I've just been too lazy to try to learn Illustrator. I mean, it's a lot of videos and tutorials out there to help you with it. Smooth Girl said, "How scary was leaving your teaching job to start your t-shirt business?" Look, I didn't actually just leave my teaching job to start that business. It's a long story. That's like a whole story time in itself. And I don't know if y'all would want me to sit here and talk about that whole thing. Maybe I can do another time, do that story time. But basically, what happened with the teaching, like I was teaching at at an alternative school. Like that's what they sent all the bad kids from all the other schools. And I mean, I used to like it actually, and I still like a lot of the kids that I have taught. You know, I still see them and stuff. They always come and talk to me and stuff like that. But as far as leaving to do that. And see, I I don't know. I have always been a type of person that I find things to do to make money. And like some of the things that I used to do, I mean, I've never done anything like selling drugs or nothing like that to make money. But like I find like things to do to make money, like kind of like little odd jobs and stuff like that. But basically I wasn't certified to teach, and I had a certain amount of time to get certified to teach. And I could have got certified, but I didn't want to go to the summer school over the summer. And I don't know, it's just a lot of stuff I could discuss with that. The reasons why I didn't want to get certified, but I knew that I didn't want to be a teacher, especially in this area that I'm in. But so basically I was a teacher for like three years, and then I was moved down to like a I don't even know. I was a teacher, but it like at the alternative school it was different. Like I was teaching the students that was permanently at the alternative school, and then I started teaching the kids that were temporary. And I wasn't really a teacher. I had a different job or whatever. So what ended up happening was like even before all of this, I was doing video editing, and I had my business, and it was strictly a video editing business. I didn't start teaching. I mean, I didn't start printing T-shirts until probably that last year that I worked as a teacher, like 2008, somewhere off in there, maybe 2007. You know, I was kind of trying to get into it, but I didn't actually start doing it until around 2008, 2009. The T-shirt part of it. So, what's up, Zixto Torres? Thank you for watching. And so I didn't just quit my teaching job to start doing T-shirts. What ended up happening is um, they the school kind of changed around, and it was always changing around to you know I guess to try to make things better or whatever. But anyway, the job that I had, it was they discontinued that job. So like what I ended up doing was when I quit working there, I actually was getting unemployment for a while, and that's when I started, you know, really started with the t-shirts. And then after that, I was before I really, started doing t-shirts for a lot of people. I was kind of just doing t-shirts for people that I knew, friends and family. And I was an apartment manager. And after the apartment manager job, that's when I started full time just working for myself doing the video editing and the t-shirts. So I mean um it's a lot that a lot of stuff that's left out in that whole thing. And I would have to do like a story time, and I could probably do like a 2 or 3 hour story time telling you about all of that. Let me see. Um, Del one Del one Catone says, I'm just well they was she was talk or that person was talking to Gina. They said, I'm just trying to get into the t-shirt business. I would normally paint by hand on shirts. Um, with the hand painting, you can actually make your design so that you can screen print them, and that'll save you a lot of time. I don't know if you were like individually screen print, but yeah, that's a good idea to get into the printing. Yeah, I'm on this I don't know. Right now, I got two internets at my house, and I am actually on the cable internet because I thought it would be better, but it's going off soon because I don't know. It's a long story. That's another story time video. Me and these internet companies. But yeah, it is saying that the live stream health is kind of low. Scoob, I don't vector my designs. I just when I create them in Photoshop, which I could move them into Illustrator and vectorize them, but I don't vectorize them. I just print them out straight from Photoshop. Um, I don't know if this is the best heat press, but the press that I have is it's a Hicks Swingman Econo press, and it's kind of on the budget side. It's not very expensive, but I've had it since I started, and I haven't had any issues with it, and it's a pretty good press, and it has a lifetime warranty on the heater. So if anything, if it ever did go out, the company should replace it, or I don't know if the exact thing because I haven't had to deal with them. I don't know if I would have to replace it myself or send it to them, but they have a lifetime warranty on the heater. The vinyl that I use, Zixto Torres. I use the Styles Econo print. Pretty much any vinyl. I have used Sister Easy Weed before. Um, I use some vinyl from eBay, and I can't tell you I don't know the full name of it, but I do have a video and that's got links for that vinyl. And I also use the what is it called? Color. It's a glitter vinyl. Color Theory glitter vinyl. Terrence said, "T-shirt chick the pole dancer. You can wear your own design." No, I can't dance. I might have tried that job if I could dance, but because they sure make a lot of money. But no, I never did that. You know what, Smooth Girl, you in the right field to kind of promote yourself while you're there. You can try to get in good, and the school that you're at. Well, I know like the schools that we're at, and actually I just had one. Where is it? Epson, come here for a minute. You'll pass me that paper over there. I think that's that T-shirt paper. Like the school. Yeah, it's an order form. No, I'm looking for that order form. It's a T-shirt order form I just had. I don't know what I did with it. Well, anyway, my kids brought home a T-shirt order form, and we always laugh when they bring them home. But the schools they kind of they'll send home order forms for you to order. Since you already work at the school, maybe you can start doing that. You can talk with whoever you need to talk to at your school and see if they can start getting you to do the shirts. Let me see. I was trying to show you guys. It's an order form for some T-shirts that they just sent home. I don't know what I did with it. I probably threw it away, to be honest with you, because I print all my kids' T-shirts, so they don't need an order form. But yeah, Dell one, Kate one. It says, "I wish I had your t-shirt skills." You can get them. I mean, I'm not like I'm not a graphic designer or anything like that. Everything I learned, like I never went to school for any of that. Everything I learned it by trial and error and watching videos on YouTube because they have a lot of tutorial videos. Scooby Doo says, "Smooth, are you afraid to be a teacher?" Man, being a teacher is a stressful job. You know how you get all these breaks and stuff. By the time I know when I used to teach, by the time the first break came around, like back when I was teaching, they didn't have fall break at first. And by the time what is it, Memorial Day or whatever the little break was that came up, you had thought about quitting several times before that break came up. And then you was, by the time like Christmas break comes up or Thanksgiving break comes up, you like, I almost quit my job. Okay, with this little break. I'm gonna kind of gather myself and get ready to go back at it. And then by the time Christmas break comes again, by the time school start back up after Thanksgiving break and Christmas break comes again, you about to quit your job again. So it's a stressful job, especially if you trying to be a good teacher. It's I was at the alternative school, so I was dealing with a lot of other things too. Man, my nose is itching. What's up, Shane? Um, Dell one, Kate one said I tried screen printing, but it didn't turn out right. When I first started, I used to mess up a lot of shirts. You just have to kind of work on it a little bit, and get your technique down. Gustavo says, "Can I cure plasticide with a flasher to start with? I could add a heat transfer to help too. Conveyor is too big to start with." Yeah, it's possible to cure it, but you have to make sure that you get everything. Like you need to make sure that you are curing even the edges, everything from the center of your design to the edges of your design, because if it is not properly cured, it will wash out. And if you're just starting, if you can start out with the water-based ink, that would actually be easier because if you have a heat press, especially because all you have to do is let your ink dry once you print it with, print the water-based ink, and then you can use your heat press to cure it. All right, Gina's about to get a sublimation order. I'm getting ready to get into sublimation within the next couple of months. By October, I should be, have everything set up and I'll start doing some sublimation videos. Um, Del Del one Kate one says, "All my drawings, I would love to get them on a shirt, but not sure how." I can't tell you the exact way, but I know I have seen tutorial videos. One way I believe you could do it is if you have like Illustrator or something like that. You could go in and you could scan your drawing and you could like trace over the lines of your drawing and then convert your design or your drawing into a vector. I remember seeing a video, on something like that, but I can't draw, so I'm not really, that into the drawing. But also you can get one of those tablets, like I'm trying to think of the name of them, but they like you hook them up to the computer and you draw your images on there and they show up on the screen of the computer. A Wacom tablet or Wacom, however you pronounce it. Wacom. I don't I don't use. Gustavo says, "Do I use that expensive AccuRip or special printer for transparencies?" I don't use a I don't use AccuRip. I rip everything myself using Photoshop. I'm gonna have to get on doing some of these tutorials for y'all. But yeah, I use Photoshop to separate my colors. And Hannah says, yes, you can cure with a flash dryer. The name of the press that I use is the Stars Econoprint. Yeah, I'll go ahead and type it on here for you. Did I hit caps lock somehow? STAH. I said the Stars Econoprint. I don't know what I'm saying. The Hicks. The Hicks Swingman. 15 by 15. The Hicks Swingman Econo Press, the 15 by 15 inch. They also have a 16 by 20. You're welcome, Gustavo. All right. I'm trying to get on down to the bottom of this and yeah, delicate one. You probably have to get Illustrator unless you know somebody that can install the program on your computer for you. You could get Corel Draw too. That'll work. I'm just saying Illustrator because I'm more familiar with the Adobe products. Look, I put extra O's in Econo Press. I guess I can't spell. What's up, young Sparrow? Yeah, Scooby Doo, you know a lot of different programs. I'm just kind of I stuck with that one program, but I would like to learn Illustrator. I'm just kind of too lazy to do it, I guess. G-Man says, how do you write a proposal or pricing for doing family reunion shirt screen printed? Um, I have like set prices. I have already prices that I have already set, and then it would just depend on how many shirts they order and what the design is. You know how many screens I would need or whatever. So depending on how many shirts they order, the more they order, usually the more they can save. But basically, I guess like what my shirts say that if you order 100 family reunion shirts, then my price would be $10 and $12. The 2X and up would be $12. And that would include one print or one screen. Okay, each additional screen, you can either charge what do you call them? Screen fee charges. But to me, you'll make more money if you do it this other way that I'm gonna tell you about. Now with the screen fee charges, like you can say, okay, I'm gonna charge $25 or $35 or $15, however much you want to charge for a screen fee. But say they order 100 shirts and you charge whatever the screen fee is. Um, and then the other thing is when you have a group like that, they want to be able to tell everybody the even price, so that they're not saying, that they know the exact price. And to make it less guesswork for them, what I would recommend doing is say that your prices are $10 and $12 a shirt, and they want extra screens. Well, okay, if they want a print on the front, they want one print on the front, but it's going to be a two-color design. You can charge $2 extra per print, for each print, for each shirt or whatever. $2 extra for each shirt. Okay, say that they want a print on the front and a print on the back. You might charge $3, or you can still charge two. It's kind of the prices that you want to charge, but that's kind of, hopefully that'll kind of give you an idea. But it's no 100% right or wrong way to do the pricing. It's pretty much the way you want to do it. All right, Lou. See you next time. Dale One Kate One says you all are too advanced. Well, you can get on this level too. It's all about trial and error. You got to try to get started, get you some equipment, and it don't take you long. What part are you saying is going over your head? Maybe I can try to clarify it better for you. You're welcome, Janiska. What's up, Antonio? Yeah, we've been missing you. I don't know if you've been on here since I decided we are the Print Squad. I've been calling everybody the Print Squad lately. All right, Dell One, Kate One. You can do a lot with that heat press, with the heat press and the Cricut. You welcome, Imagination Apparel. Yep, she sure does have skills, Gina. I'm the only one that I really know is Photoshop and Roll and Cut Studio. Um, any water-based ink. I started off using that water-based ink from Ryonet, and it was, I don't even know the brand of it. It was just like their basic water-based ink. But then I had moved on to even using some of the speedball inks. Antonio says, I've been researching and studying screen prints with registration, and I'm going to save my money and get a real screen print. That's a good idea. Yeah, like if you, like when I first started, I got the cheapest one color press that I could because I didn't know if I was gonna like it. I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to do it because it looked hard. It was a lot that went into it. But yeah, that's a good idea. Go ahead and save and get you a good one. You're welcome, Dale One, Kate One. All right. If anybody else has any questions, you can go ahead and let me know. And if not, I'm gonna go get ready to end. And I will be posting the Print Squad design video on Wednesday. And I'm going to be trying to post as many videos as I can this week. Right now, I have a few things to do this week, but I'm thinking I should be able to get that done, get all the editing and stuff done for you guys. Antonio Curry says, "Where can I get screens other than Ryan at?" If Jason Enns was on here, he would tell you that he makes screens. He's one person you can get them from, and I order screens from Gold Up USA. You can also find good deals on eBay and stuff like that too, depending on the size and how many you need. G-Man says, "Have you ever done vinyl for a reunion?" If you're not doing that many shirts, maybe vinyl, but if you're doing a lot of shirts, I wouldn't want to have to weed that many shirts. Cause doing if you're doing even 20 shirts with vinyl, that can be a hectic job right there. They should have some single screens on eBay too, Antonio. But Gold Up USA, you can try them. Gustavo says, "How about print on textured fabrics like ribs? Ink should be thinner." I haven't done much printing on that, but the few things that I did print, I didn't make it thinner. I never thin down my inks. They do make like depending on they do make like soft inks if you want if you want some of those ink soft inks or something like that, some that's more softer to your touch if it's plastisol. Or you can just use water based. Terrence said Jason also does plastisol transfers now. And Terrence Cruz says check on Craigslist. That's Gold Up USA. Let me goldupusa.com. Terrence says, "What do you think about screen print T-shirts but using vinyl vinyl as a stencil? Would that be faster than using photo emulsion?" I have used the vinyl before. You can see it in some of my videos. I've used it, but what I have found, like since I switched to plastisol transfers, I had issues with the plastisol ink, kind of like binding with it. It was like I don't know. It just didn't work out too well with the plastisol ink. It was kind of like it was bonding together or something. But it worked fine with the water-based ink. All right. If that is all the questions I have for today, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. If anybody else have any questions, go ahead and type them in, and I'll try to answer it for you before I go. Yeah, they the only thing delicate. I'm sorry. Or that may be delicate one. I'm probably mispronouncing your name. It may be delicate one. You're welcome, Gustavo. But the only thing you do is when you're weeding, instead of like when you weed in vinyl to print on the t-shirt, you weed out everything that you would have used if you was printing it on a t-shirt, because you just wanting like the stencil of it. All right, thanks, Gina. See you next time. Okay, delicate one. I'm sorry, White. You should have corrected me while I'm having a hard time up here trying to pronounce it. All right, G man. See you next time. Emmanuel says how many shirts I printed when I started. When I first started out, I wasn't printing many shirts. I might have printed one or two, a few shirts that were the same, not that many. And as time went on, and that's why I always recommend starting out doing vinyl printing, with the heat press and the vinyl cutter, because in the beginning, most people are not going to be printing that many shirts, so that'll give you time to learn how to design shirts and work on your designs and stuff like that. And then by the time you start getting bigger orders, then you can start getting into screen printing. All right, Scooby Doo. See you next time. Yvonne Edwards says, "Is there a good beginner graphic design software class that I can recommend?" To be honest with you, Yvonne, depending on what program do you have? Because it's a bunch of tutorials on here. I'm pretty sure it's some people that offer classes. I cannot think of one offhand, but I learned just by watching videos. Like I kind of played around with Photoshop and kind of learned how to do the basic things on it. And then when it was certain things that I wanted to do, I just Google it and look it up and watch the tutorials on that. Oh, silhouette cameo. I'm pretty sure somebody probably have. I have never looked it up because I have never dealt with the silhouette. But if you Google it on YouTube, it'll probably be some videos on here for you. Melvin Miller says, "I put in for a Bella Canvas with resale certificate. Is there a good chance to get the account?" I'm not sure. I mean, if you got all your paperwork, they should. I'm thinking they should approve you. I don't have an account with Bella Canvas. I order through other companies that offer their products. You're welcome, Emmanuel. Not Nalasia State says, "What's a good transfer paper to get, color or white?" Depending on, like, I only buy color transfer paper because it can go on any shirt. But it depends on what type of printing and what type of shirts or what color shirts you're gonna be printing on. But I have used the Nina transfer papers, and that's like the Jet Pro Soft Stretch, which is for the lighter colors. I now use the laser one opaque, which is for you have to use it for the laser printer, and it's for the dark colored shirts. But they also have a laser paper for the lighter colored shirts. But when I used to buy that, because I didn't have as many light colored shirts, it would always go bad and wouldn't print right. So that's why I kind of stick with the one that I use more. Yeah, Gustavo, I always recommend starting with vinyl instead of screen printing. Are they going too fast, Yvonne? Like if they're going too fast, maybe you can kind of like what I do when I'm doing the tutorials, because sometimes they do go fast. I pause it and I work along with them. Like, and everybody may not have the double screens, but I have at my shop. I have an extra screen that I can hook my laptop up to, and I also at home have an extra screen. So And if you don't have that, just just open up Photoshop, pause it, go through and do what they said. And sometimes I even take notes. I have taken notes in the past, and that way when I'm going through it, I have my steps down to what I need to do. But the best thing that I can tell you is if you go through it with them, like as they're doing it, like right when they tell you do whatever, you pause it and then you go and do whatever they told you to do. And that makes it, a little bit easier. You're welcome, Yvonne. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna type the name of that. The company is NENAH. That's Nina. That's the company that makes the transfer papers, and they have. Let me see. STR. Jet Post Soft Stretch is one. There's one opaque. They have Jet Opaque. Those are some of the papers. But if you type in Nina transfer paper, a lot of those should pop up for you. All right, Gina. See you next time. Melvin Miller says, "What's the best way to print photographs on a T-shirt? If you can do the process printing, that would probably last the longest. But the easiest way is to use transfer paper, and that's the way that I use." All right, Gina, I'll tell them. Her Gina's page is just say the word LLC. All right. Well, I'm getting ready to go ahead and log off. Last call for questions. If if not any more questions, I'll see you guys next week. Yeah, it's just say the word. Her page is just say the word. You're welcome. All right. If no more questions, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you back here on next Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. And I appreciate y'all tuning in today. And I will see you guys next week. Squad, my bad. I got to end it right. Print Squad out.